Are we in fact live? I don't know. Okay. Browser. Close that. Are we live? I do not know. Let's find out. You can probably gather as well from the title, ooh, that was bad. We're going to be, going through all the green units on a tier list. Mental. We are live. That's good to know. Music's not too loud. I'll probably turn it down even further. Don't need to be that quiet. But like that for now. Just while I give what you call it, a quick rundown. Where's my proper setup? Boom. So, dude. Right. I know you might not have seen my face before. I use face cam on my main channel, but not on the Phantom Parade one. But let me turn this down a little bit. Go. Maximilian, strong ass fucking name. Anyway, also spoiler alert. This is how I felt about the yellow one. It's just that I yapped for like an hour, so that video's taking a hot minute. Sup, my dude. So that's my yellow tier list. Ooh. Let me know if the stream lags or what happens, because my internet is kind of dog shit at the moment. I don't know what's going to happen. This might be lagging right now. I don't fucking know. But, yeah, that's my yellow tier list. That's going to take a while, and I realised over the course of making it, it'd be easier just to do it as a stream, as long as my internet doesn't die, right? So, we're just going to start a new one. We'll start a new one on that one. Just, reset this one. With all the green units. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, I'll do the same as I did before. I'll make sure I've got the same. S, A plus, U, S, A plus. Just so there's a little bit of consistency. SR Mai in B tier, but she's better than Sukuna. I know, dude. It's a cruel fate, But what about SR Yellow Todo? He's the GOAT. Have you not seen how much damage he can do? He's... bruh. So we got C. We'll go Dawn On, because there is a couple units in green that I'm going to need some help with. I do have like ball packs. Genshin music. I don't want that shit. What the fuck is this? I want niche light novel, visual novel music. I don't want fucking Genshin, right? I play good gacha games. Well, I don't play good ones, but I'd much rather play Phantom Parade than Genshin, because Genshin's cringe. But that's besides the point. We'll make that pink. Why the fuck not? Another one below it. I'll draw below. That one's going to just be called JP, because for obvious reason, there are JP units that I obviously can't own as a result of that fact, right? Guaranteed character banner. I just did the Kaito. I want SSR Kaito, bro. I went in on him, and I didn't pull him. Kaito Yuki. That's his full name, right? I'm not being an idiot. I wanted him bad, didn't get him. I went hard enough for him, but my bank account couldn't take it. So let's go through the obvious first. I'll turn the music off for now, just so if I like edit this or whatever, it'll be easier for me in the future, right? So obviously, let me just get all the green units at the top first, just so they're all nice and together. Now, obviously, since the SP systems come out, we're going to be bringing up, not necessarily the two different versions, but how much they've improved as a result of the SP system. Like, these two units are fucking crusty. Look, not crusty, goated now. Is Yellow Kaito good? I can't give an opinion on it. So, as I said in my recent Shoko video, which kind of died, not gonna lie, that's fine. I get it, people don't like Yellow Shoko. She's not exactly a Gojo unit, that's fine. But I asked Giku, because it's like, he was a unit I couldn't pull, and I haven't pulled Shoko, so I asked his thoughts, and he said Yellow Yuki's like decent, but he's like not the best. He's just like a worse Yellow Shoko from the looks of it, but we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. Where are the other green units? We got Team Ghetto, very strong. I don't have this green Megumi, so I'm going to go through his kit, and we can go through them together. Green Saki, don't have hair. Don't have green Nobara. This is why I wanted to do the yellow first, and then go into green and blue after the fact, because my RNG is terrible. Let me give you an example, right? So, Degumi couldn't pull until he came to the standard banner, even though he's like meta breaking, right? Domain Gojo had to pity. Sukuna had to pity. And then randomly I'll pull this Nanami on release, and I'll pull blue Momo and green Momo, not Momo, Miwa. I'll pull these two on release within the first few multis. I don't want them. I don't. I had to pity Teen Joe as well. Like this my RNG is dog shit in this game. And it's so stupid because I do put a little bit of money in the game. That's the whole reason for this channel's existence, right? I'm trying to make money back because I've wasted money on Domain Gojo, on Sukuna and shit. But because of that, I've got a fuck ton of standard banner tickets. But I've got everything from the standard banner to grade 5. There is nothing else I can pull, memories included. It's really fucking stupid. Because this game, for a gacha game, does not have a lot of units overall. It's kind of there's not a lot. There really isn't. I move you down there. What was I missing? Miwa, you're pretty ass. Of course I pull that Miwa. She's dog shit. He is a disgusting sub DPS. See, I've heard things about him. I've seen a couple videos about them, but it will be an educated opinion from the perspective of someone who's looked at the wiki and looked at tier lists and looked at showcases, but it is different from actually owning the unit. There's a difference between watching gameplay and playing the game, so to speak. You know what I mean? So take my opinion with a pinch of salt. I will say though, Green has stacked SR units. I forget about that fact. Green has some of the best SRs, which is pretty fun. Now we've got them all together. Let's get the obvious out of the way. JP, Shoko, Honored One, Gojo, because Gojo needed another green Hollow Purple unit. He just did. It's true. Billy or whoever the fuck said so. We need a new green Gojo. Don't know why. Because you already had a green Hollow Purple Gojo. It was also cracked. Apparently they needed another one and gave him counterattacks and a bunch of other shit. Not a JP player. I made a video on my impressions of him when we had a stream, but I know these units are really good. Would I say wait for them? I'd say out of all the units upcoming, I don't really care about any of them besides Ino. I'm gonna be completely honest. And the only reason I want Ino is because he's in my top 5, right? I just like him as a character, not because he's a really strong unit. Beyond Shoko, as far as I'm aware, none of these characters fill a role in the meta besides maybe this Team Nanami that I've heard a lot of good things about. Right, so where should we start, right? I'll let one of yous pick who I start with and discuss, because I'll go straight onto the wiki. The more Gojos they add, the more money they make. Yes, and I don't know why. Gojo sure shit in my top 5. If you watch my main channel, you might know that. I don't know if I've brought up. I don't really fuck with Gojo that heavy. I don't mind him, but he isn't Kusakabe. He isn't Miguel. He isn't Choso. He isn't Higuruma, and he ain't my boy Naoya. Anyway, who do we want to go for? First unit that gets thrown out immediately, I'm going to go to it. And if you don't, I'm going to pick a Miwa, right? I'm very serious. But, yeah, there's too many Gojos in this game. SR Momo seems like a fun place to start. SR Momo is a random pick, I will not lie to you. She'll be a good control to start with. Now, I think SR Momo is fine here. She is, obviously, a support. I'll pull up the wiki at the same time just so, I have a visual. See, I was already ready, waiting. We'll go after Green Miwa next, because she is ass. And I was pissed. I picked SSR. I was pissed that she's the SSR I pulled immediately, because god damn it. But I'd say she's in the upper echelons of SR Greens. Well, that was bad. Of SR support. She's not the best. She isn't Yaga or Nanami, but she is in that realm of good, strong SR supports. She's a base roster unit that they kind of made pretty strong. Obviously, you don't care, with most SR units, there's only one move you're going to want to use, right? Skill 1, doesn't matter. Skill 3, not having 100% chance is kind of ass, but it is stun all, which is nice. But you're rarely going to be in a scenario where you have multiple, an entire full row of enemies that all need to be stunned. It's a rare niche move. You're rarely going to use that. Her ult, it's just pretty much the same as blue SSR Momos. It's whatever. That's fine. This is whatever. The auto skill for an SR, it's fine. Doesn't really change anything, right? It's this. This is what you care about, right? This is what makes her a really good support. The only thing that is annoying about her, of course, is that it's only a one-time buff. You can stack it for a turn, right? So you have, say for example, the perfect character to use. Ooh, Did you get Blue Maki or nah? Bro, she's been out less than 24 hours. Fuck no. And I don't really want to pull for her. I don't think... my blue team is, like... If you've got Sukuna, your blue team's stacked. You don't need to worry about anything. And on top of that, if you've got Dome and Gojo, who gives a fuck? Like, I've got Adult Ghetto, I've got Momo. Like, I don't need anything for a blue team. I think like, she's probably fine, but I don't care. I want Ino. Like, I've said this before, but I'll say it here. I'm not a whale, right? I have a job. So the money I put into this game is, like, I only have one account. I don't play on JP. So my I don't have every unit, right? Blue Maki is really good. Sadly, Sukuna just deletes everything. Yeah, so what's the point? The way you have to view... I said it in the Shoko video as well. Like, if you're a free-to-play, the way you have to view whether or not you summon for a character is whether or not they will fill a space. Not just, like, in the meta, but on your team as well. Like, say, for example, as I said, if you don't have Yaga, go for Shoko. Because if you're missing, like, a strong yellow support, she can fill that space really comfortably. If you don't have a blue DPS, and you miss Sukuna, and you don't have the, like, blue Gojo for some reason, even though it's on the standard banner, and you don't have, like, SSR Blue Megumi is pretty strong now, too. And you don't have, like, blue is pretty stacked overall. Like, with the update and stuff, they just made blue 10 times stronger. Like, they buffed Adult Ghetto, they buffed Blue Megumi. Blue Gojo's always going to be a strong unit. I think he's better than Hollow Purple Gojo, but I'll get into that in a moment. Like, I don't need to tell you all this. Blue's stacked. You do not need Blue Maki. She's like, I'd say skip her if you're a free-to-play. Same with Mei. She's a really cool unit. She buffs herself the same way Blue Gojo does, but you can fill her space with Yuta or with Toji. You don't need to. Free-to-players pull out of necessity more than anything. We can't afford to pull on Blue Maki. It's true. Like, I've been free-to-play in games, but then I wasn't. I know what it's like to be a free-to-play. You know, I was day one on Dokkan Battle. It sucks. Gonna miss this stream. Probably next one. I'm probably gonna stream on my main channel tomorrow. It's gonna be an editing one because I'm getting a main video out probably this weekend if I try really hard. But in regards to this, but let's get back on to Green Momo because you know why not? It's an all-team buff, always nice. Most buffs from SRs tend to be, which is good, and it's a high percentage. But as I say, it can only be stacked once. You know, it doesn't compare to like SR Yaga, SR Nanami, or whatever. But it is decent. It's a very high number, about 70%. You can stack it twice. But if you WoW with a DPS, like, say, for example... Yeah, I'm not like a mega spender, I'm a bit of a spender, but... Say, for example, you have Hair on a team with Mechamaru, Ultimate Mechamaru, the, like, newest one. Like, the Kokichi Muta version. She isn't a good fit, because you can't stack that stat, because he will attack every turn. He doesn't have a choice, unless he stuns, but that's incredibly niche. So, like, you want this buff to be stacked twice, but you can't because Mechamaru has to hit. You know, this isn't Persona. You can't just block a turn and let your buffs build up. No, this buff has to be spent with Mechamaru. If she's used with, like, Hollow Pebble Gojo, that's fine. That works. But overall, you know, you need to think a bit more with her because her buff isn't perfect. But the number is high enough to warrant having her on your team, right? So I think that's a comfortable place to start. My luck is kind of all over the place as well. As I say, like, I wanted to pull for Miguel. Like, Miguel's, like, not good. He's not a really strong unit, but I just like Miguel a lot. So I tried to pull for him. Bought the tickets. Got fuck all. It's like, oh, you get another SSR Red Marky. Aren't you happy? No! Fuck you, game. No. Anyway, who should we go for next? She's even fucking hiding out there. Who should we go for next? I'll put the ones I don't own here. And then we can go through them towards the end. Use 3. Yeah. I'm missing a good chunk, actually. We'll go through Green Miwa next. Someone said Green Miwa. I'll put her there for now. Miguel carries blue. I fucking wish. Let's go to Green Miwa. Character SSR. We're going to be doing this a lot. Actually, I'll just right click it so it's a bit easier. She is relatively new. She came out, like, in succession just before Mechamaru. And it feels like these units were supposed to be used together, right? That happens sometimes, I'm gonna be real. And it can be very annoying. Like, the game really wants you to use certain units together. Like, they want you to use Red Todo with, like, Green Black Flash Yuji. It's Ino, not Inu. So he's carrying even when you misspell his name. It's kind of fucked up. But it feels like she was supposed to be used alongside Mechamaru, right? Same sort of thing they did with Shoko and Gojo, right? When they released them around the same time on JP. Like, those units are supposed to be used together. It's just, in this case, this Miwa isn't good enough to warrant using her instead of, like, any other green support. Because she's not a support, right? She's not, like, a support. She's, like, as the wiki calls, a specialist, which means tanker or Mahito. That's literally it. But, let's have a look. Because I have this unit, but I just don't use her. I don't remember what the fuck she does. I think she just builds stacks of Bato, and it's very annoying. She has simple domain, activates counter. I'm going to have to just refresh myself here. Give me a moment. She can counter up to 1 time during the turn. That always annoys the fuck out of me. Ugh, when you can only counter 1 turn, when most bosses can do multiple things per turn. It's like, counter state 2 turns. Oh. I'll just give my impressions from what I remember using her. From what I remember from using her, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, right? She has, like, these numbers suggest that she's going to be doing a lot. She seems like an incredibly complex character from the surface, from this absolute word salad. But so does Sukuna when you first look at his skills and stuff, right? But from what I remember using this unit, she's not very strong. She isn't going to be dealing damage a lot because she's very, cursed energy heavy. She's going to be constantly spending. And because, she's not a yellow team, she's not on yellow team, you can't have Yuki to keep feeding against CE. And since she's a tanker, or, like, she's supposed to be, like, a DPS as well. You're supposed to be, like, a tank. You're supposed to be building up stacks of Bato and then doing a brick of damage. But you can't do that because she's spending too much, right? It's really annoying. Like, she's a weird character. I couldn't get any real use out of her. If you want to use a similar character, yeah, she doesn't have any provocation. Now that's ass. Nullifies effects applied from domain expansions. That's neat and a nice little call to the series, but if it doesn't do anything, it's like the same with these count. I like these little auto skills, like the same as with like Teen Gojo, where it's like Teen Gojo takes more damage when the Limitless is active. That's a neat little call to the show. I do like that, like to the anime and to the manga, but they never really affect all that much, except for that, like decreasing Jujutsu damage taken. That's okay. But, like, Gojo taking more damage when the Limitless is active, it's kind of like a useless thing, but it's still pretty cool. Anyway. Like, you see all these stats, and you're like, oh my god, this looks huge. Okay, so you're going to run... Say, for example, you use her with Mechamaru and Momo. You wouldn't want to use Momo with Mechamaru, though. Like, I can't, like, imagine a team warranting the use of her. Because why would I use her instead of, like, Team Ghetto and, like, literally anyone else? Like, just put Domain Gojo on the team. I was talking about Inumaki, not Ino, by the way. Oh, you're talking about Inumaki? Then say Inumaki, dog. Don't just say Inu, because that could just mean Megumi or some shit. I don't know. Inu means dog. See, I wasn't the only one that was confused. But anyway, yeah, this character's butt cheeks, but because she is an SSR, she does have higher stats. Keep that in mind. Ooh, that was bad. She does have higher stats. Keep that in mind. Simple Domain does counter-attack, even if it isn't through provocation, which can be annoying. She can do okay damage if she, if she gets enough battle, but it's an annoying thing to build up over time. I'll view her in the same way I view SSR Maki, but she's slightly better. So I'll just leave her there for now. She's at the bottom of B, but she's in B for now, right? Who should we go to next? I'll give you... If the next message isn't one, I'll pick one myself, and I don't know who I'll pick. Who would I pick? He's a very OP debuffer and does insane damage. Inumaki? Blue Inumaki? I don't own him. I don't have him. I tried to pull for him too. Oh, red SR Inumaki. Do you mean red rare Inumaki? He's fucking busted strong for no fucking reason. They fucked up when I made them. SSR Nanami. I'm getting multiple guys coming at me at once here. Pause. That was the wrong one. I've got multiple people suggesting multiple different units. So I've got Muta, Maki. Who should I go for? I'll pick Nanami since he was the first one that was said. Okay. Now, when he was initially released, he'd go here. He was dog shit, right? I'm gonna be honest. He's not that far low. He'd be like above Miwa before the changes and the SP and stuff. He'd be here. He was dog shit. He is like Green Yuji, very much so, strictly due to the fact that characters that rely on black flashes will always suffer from RNG, right? Like, for example, like the best case scenario for a Black Flash character is Zonji, because even if you don't land a Black Flash, he is doing insane damage no matter what. But if you do Black Flash, he's doing so much more because his multipliers are goofy high. And unlike Zonji, he has a very similar auto skill and Black Flash, like in the zone thing, to this Green Yuji, right? Where when they Black Flash, it skyrockets, how much they Black Flash, right? They're in the zone thing. What is it? I think it's 200%. Once he hits one, he keeps rolling. Yeah, I don't care about that. The start 9, 10. Where's the in the zone? Zone outburst. 200% before turns, and it stacks, right? Which, once he hits one Black Flash, he can he's supposed to snowball, right? But getting that initial one, I'd say out of all of the units that, that need to hit a Black Flash, he is the most annoying. Because he isn't guaranteed one off anything, right? Now, you look at, for example, SSR Green Yuji, you look at Zonji, you look at Red Yuji, you look at Yellow Nanami. These units are guaranteed a Black Flash, and as a result... Bro, are you still talking about Blue Inumaki? Y'all just... Bruh. But it's a weird thing to be debating about right now. I'm gonna be real. Fair enough. This unit just struggles to get the initial Black Flash to steamroll. And yes, that's what his skill 2 is for, right? But it is still... Wait, doesn't his skill 2 not increase Black Flash? It doesn't? Bro, that's ass. Fuck, I was thinking of fucking Green Yuji. Shit. Damn. He really does just struggle with Black Flashes, doesn't he? And he doesn't get a buff at the start of the turn. Fucking hell. Oh wait, when he gets a crit, does it increase Black Flash? It doesn't? God damn, dude. But yeah. He can do a brick of damage though as a result of this fact. He can sort of steamroll once you hit the first Black Flash. Usually, it can only be done with his skill 3 though. And he spends a lot, right? Because you obviously want to build up with his skill 2 to hit crits. Because his crit multipliers are pretty decent. 100% double damage when he crits. That's good. And you can buff the rate by an insane amount. It's good. Good break damage. I don't really give a shit about break damage as much as I do normal damage. But, buffing break damage is not bad. Right? You don't have Gaku Ganji. Damn, that's a ripperoonie. But, yeah, he's just a weaker version, in my opinion, of Green Yuji. Well, no... You do have to crit first to hit the Black Flash, so it technically does help him. It does, but at the same time, as I say, he's just a weaker version of this. The SP system made him significantly better to the point, the damage he can do is, really high, right? It's just this Yuji does it so much more consistently. Because being guaranteed a Black Flash is a lot stronger than just kind of dice rolling, right? It's a lot different, right? And just this, 41%, bruh. And this move is fat, and this move, guaranteed Black Flash, and just I know you don't know about Green Nobara is A-. There is no A-. There is no A- in this place, but. Let me just talk about these two for now, because I'm just watching chat scroll by like a fool. So, Green Yuji just does what this Green Nanami wants to do, but more consistently. And the annoying thing about Green Nanami is that his ult is an AoE, and I think as a result of that, it does significantly less damage overall. What is that? 800. Okay, increases damage. I didn't realize it debuffed on SP, which is pretty nice. But it's still, what's that? 1,200. Boom. And they can all, do mega crit damage and mega Black Flash damage. You can hit some crazy numbers with this. He's a better Green Yuji. I'm not, oh my god, I'm not saying that if these were rated on fun, this is an incredibly fun unit. His skill 3 is incredibly satisfying. Same with Green Yuji. Like, attacks like that, where it's like several in a row, where like, you know, they all have a chance of black flashing. I love that shit. That's a crescendo. That's glorious. If you think he's a fraud, you will have him at grade 5, because he's on the standard banner. Most people will have him at a high grade. If you sink time into him and like resources, he can hit some stupid numbers. But at the same time, it's like, why would you use him, right? Why would you use Green Yuji when you could use Mahito or Mechamaru, right? Why would you use him instead? I'd say most of the time you wouldn't. There's not a reason to warrant that, because these two, Mechamaru and Gojo, do so much more. But say, for example, you don't have them, right? At least at this point in time, or maybe it's for some reason you think that, you know, Hollow Purple's not going to do enough, and you want like more of a some more longevity. Your Green Yuji is at max, and you think he's a fraud, bro. You stink. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. If you think his skill 3 isn't glorious, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's fucking that shit's tight as fuck. A5 and trust. That's you get it, lad. You get it. Just get him to grade 5. Awaken him that one more time, because you will pull 10 of him instead of like Meme or some shit. It's what I always get. Like, I like this. I like these two. I like this Nanami and this Yuji, but I'm sick of pulling both of them. They are fun units, but I'm sick of fucking pulling them on every banner. It's like, oh, this could have been Miguel. This could have been Sukuna. I never got Sukuna. I had to fucking pity him, and I just pulled 10 of these fuckers instead. It pissed me off. Holy shit. You think his Black Fat rate is horrible? You should view his skill 2 the same way like you should view like Blue Gojo's skill 3, because it gives a good chunk of ult gauge, and it like buffs the fuck out of crit rate and stuff. Like, you should use a bunch. Max everything in God Do I Love only 3 hits Black Flashes on his 3rd skill. Kind of do, didn't they? When they buffed it, oh my god. Oh, I feel like before, like it could only Black Flash on like the last hit or some shit, like something weird. It used to be very different. The skill 3 used to be a lot worse, but the buff on top of SP, oh, fucking glorious. And when his ult hits all 3, I think the animation for his ult looks kind of janky, in my opinion, but when all 3 of them hit, you don't fucking care. And even to be doing Black Flashes in Sweep, though, since you don't have Green Ghetto. Why do you give a fuck about Sweep, dude? Fucking Sweep, just use fucking, I don't know. I got Domin Gojo on a single and Sukuna within 5 multis. That's nice for you. My wallet disagrees. But except for Bara, I don't even know Bara's kit. Like, I already had red Nobara. I had yellow Nobara. I didn't, like, same with blue Nobara. I did, like, I've got 2, and red Nobara with SP can be a monster, so why would I pull, like, another one when I've already got Hollow Purple and Mechamaru, you know what I mean? But I'll leave these 2 here for now. Yuji, I'd say, like, you would use Green Yuji as a substitute for Green Gojo or Mechamaru. And if you don't have either of them, you use, and you don't have Yuji as well, you use Nanami as a replacement for Yuji. That's how it goes. Not to say that they're not fun units, but they're not the best. Let's go. Who should we go for next? Let's get this rare out of the way. From what I remember, I think the only thing in his kit that is interesting is that he can stun. And I think that's it. I think he stuns the same way like Blue Megumi does. Green is your worst colour right now. So, but don't take it out on fucking Yuji. What did he do, brother? Goddamn. Unfair Salvation. What do you have? Skill 1. Wait, did I click? Why does it say blue? Did they just reuse the fucking icon from Blue Megumi? They just reused the icon. Damn. Yuji's no front. He's not the best at all, but he's decent. Yeah. What is this? I feel like the wiki fucked this up. This doesn't seem right. It looks like it's Blue Megumi's fucking icon. SSR Green Megumi's, like, skill. What the fuck? I feel like someone at the wiki's fucked up. Wait, is this how he works? Or am I a fucking idiot? I've never used this unit. I'm gonna be real. I've never felt the need. Is this actually how he works? I have no fucking idea. Because I've never heard anything. Okay, he stuns on ult. Stuns, 180% chance. Ooh, that's actually not terrible. If you don't have Gojo, you're not getting to higher floors. I disagree. To an extent. Sup, Chris? I disagree to an extent because you can get to like floor 40 pretty comfortably if you use the fucking goofy team of Yuki, Inumaki, Nanami, and Mahito. But then after that point, it starts getting a lot worse. I'm done floor 60. Same. Content star, red, yellow, and blue. Like, I've beat the torrent shit as well, but... I mean, people will get Green Gojo by now. He's on the standard banner. Like, everyone's got every Gojo at this point. And Teen Joe's going to go on the standard banner real soon. I'll say real soon, a couple months. But, yeah. I don't know anything about this stuff, but he seems like a kind of character you're just going to use for stuns pretty consistently. He stuns really well, though. It's pretty cast energy heavy, but 180% isn't terrible, I'm going to be honest. Like, I know nothing of this unit, but he'll be at the top of C. Maybe. Let me get Ichiji out of the way, actually. I've got nothing much to say on this Megumi because, like everyone who owns him, I haven't used him, right? Is this a new channel? Yes, it is, my child. Oh, well, most free-to-players can't clear the tower without Gojos. That's true. Ichiji, my goat. Epic chop. All allies tie jutsu stat. All allies damage received. Okay, so this unit isn't good. I just need a good red DPS to clear tower. I only have Domain Gojo and red Inumaki. I don't know if that red Inumaki's good. I've heard that he's decent as a DPS, but not great. But that means you don't have Yuta and you don't have Toji. And they were both limited and came out relatively close to each other. So if you didn't pull them then, you're probably going to have to wait a little bit longer. Like, you're going to have to wait for another rerun. Blue Gojo is in fact a Gojo, and he's cracked. But he's my goat. This green Ichiji, obviously a DPS, not a DPS, a support. You could use him with green Yuji, with green Nanami. Ideally green Yuji because green Nanami is hybrid type damage. Decreasing damage received is rather unique. Not many people do that. Don't talk bad about your goat. I love Ichiji. How much money have you put into this game? Don't know. I don't care to think about it. It upsets me. But, you know, that's the point of this channel, right, fellas? We're gonna make it back. Now easy go back and clear the tower with any Gojo. Yeah, it gets to a point where there's like no content in the game, so you just have to fucking just beat towers floors again to see if you can. I do it for footage, so I have a reason. But his ult is ass. Giving people ult gauge as an ult isn't actually an ult. It's fucking stupid. His skill 3 is actually kind of dope. Skill 2 is whatever. For a rare, if you don't have like a green support, I guess, isn't terrible. I could see you, if you have like a very unique setup, like say you have just started the game, right? Say you have just started the game and you've done a single multi. I could see like people just getting this green Yuji, green Inumaki, or whatever, and green Momo, and just you could have those 4 on a team together. Green Momo, Ichiji, Yuji, and Nanami. I could see you using them on a team together. It wouldn't be great, but if you've just started the game, I could see it being very usable. His ult is ass, skill 1 is ass. Skill 2, not good. It's only 1 turn, it's only 40%, and it's only taijutsu, right? But damage received reduction is cool. You got another blue Momo. Good for you. I've got her at grade 5. She won't fuck off. It's still at the bottom of C. Like, you're not going to use him, but, you know. Whatever. Is he more valuable than blue or Momo? Probably not. But let's talk about one that the rest of them at this point, except for arguably this fella, are good, right? She's cracked, but I want to stop pulling her. She's pissing me off. I'll put this Mechamaru here. Oh, reconnect? Am I back? What happened? Are we back? Tell me if we're back. I know I just disconnected for a second. What's happening? You're all just typing about what's in your boxes, bro. I'll talk about Mechamaru. Just give me a fucking moment. My shit froze. Well, my shit disconnected. But it's so sweaty in England right now, dude. Holy shit. But yeah, looks like we're back. Green Panda is not good. Damn. Okay. We are back. Okay. So this green Mechamaru, I'll put him here for now. Right? So out of all the SRs that deal damage, most of them aren't good. Let's be real. Just a tiny lag. Okay, no, just because of my screen. In the bottom right, it said, disconnected from the internet. And I went, oh, fuck. I'll get to Green Marky, fella. I've got the unit. I like the unit. We'll get to her. But out of all the SRs that are made to deal damage, like SR Nanami, this Camo's dog, this Toro's dog, Panda is whatever, Marky is okay. But out of all of them, his percentages aren't terrible. Because he's a Mechamaru, he will, you know, he won't suffer, because of his auto skill, he won't suffer from certain status ailments. Like, he can't be poisoned, he can't be, like, can he be stunned? I don't think he can. He's not a terrible unit. And his DPS, am I cutting out? I fucking, don't fuck with me. Not anymore. No, it's just, my shit died for a moment. It's fine now. Apparently, I don't know. We'll figure it out. My camera's delayed. Well, fucking, was that my camera? That's not my camera. I'm trying real hard. Boom. Camera privileges revoked. Hold up. Right. Hold on, I'm getting a cool hat. Right. Boom. Right. Okay. So we vibing. Right, we chilling. So, I think Green Panda's the best. Right. So, this Mechamaru, he's not the worst, but he suffers from what a lot of bad units suffer from, and it's not just low percentages, it's the fact that there's no status ailments. In this game, the best units do more than just damage, right? They do a bit more. This dude, his percentages aren't the best, and, you know, like, 800, like, 900% is not great, but it is an AoE, which is nice. Yo, it's a cool spinny hat. You like the voice sync being off. Love that. This is the only green unit I had that was kind of good. He was good at the start. He fell off very quickly, right? I'm sweating like shit. I don't want to get this hat all sweaty. It's so hot in England right now, dude. Fuck me. But he's a fun unit. He's not good, but he's fun, right? I'll say that much. Like, you could probably get him to do more damage than Miwa if you really, really wanted to for some fucking reason, but he's not great. Fun fact, my Dejo is 12th highest level in my box, and he's level 130. Mine's level 150 because, you know, I'm not a silly Billy. I'm sorry, brother. If you don't have your Domain Gojo at 150, what are you doing, dude? What the fuck? He gotta be 150. That's how real gamers play the game. And if you don't have Rare Ichiji at 150, you're a fake fan. What's wrong with you? Come on, brother. Step it up. And where's the Kusakabe unit? Still waiting for him. You're not making Domain Gojo level 150? I'm sorry, you're just a fake fan. Like, do you even play the game? Like, come on now. Anyway. Yeah, this Mechamaru's decent. I wouldn't use him over the real Mechamaru, of course. But for what he is, he's fun. Right, but let's get on to the big dogs now, because the rest of the units that are here are all decent to great, right? Decent to top 10 units in the game, right? They're all between those those levels now, right? They're either decent, like really, they're either like good, or the best in the game at this point right now, or at least on global. And Mechamaru is in the upper echelons of this. Let's be real. This Mechamaru, disgusting. He can hit some funny fella numbers, right? He is a right syllabily. Bro, Sukuna exists, you don't even need him. What if I want to use a green team? I don't know if you're referring to me, but that's my answer to that. So this unit is very fun, right? Obviously, if this guy's on your team, you can't use SR Mechamaru. Shame. It's like when you can't use a Yuji with Sukuna on the same team. Oh, fuck. You know, who gives a shit, right? Dagon will be a metal unit, that'll be great. My level 150s are Zonji, Blue, Numaku. Mine are all the Gojos, Yuta, and that's all of them. Yeah, I think mine are all the Gojos, Yuta, and Sukuna. Where did I get do I have 6? Yeah, I think that works out, yeah. But anyway, that's enough about me. All his skills are, what you call it, except ranged taijutsu. I thought they were fucking mixed. I thought it was hybrid damage. But, who gives a fuck, right? I was thinking of the skill 3. But yet again, your Blue Gojo's never going over 105. Not now. You don't need to now because Sukuna's out. But base game, I'd set that motherfucker up. He has everything. All his skills is like either level 10 or level 9. He is my baby, right? I will stand on business for Blue Gojo. He's a good fucking unit. I'll take no slander. He's my king, right? He cleared shit for me. He's my goat. Teen Joe, Domain, Sukuna, Green Yuji. Green Yuji to 150? I respect it. You know what? Fuck yeah. But yeah. Like a lot of the newer units, when a gacha game gets, you know, more units come out in a gacha game, the descriptions just get longer. Dokon's the worst for this. But all this boils down into is basically Blue Gojo's the GOAT. It's true. Especially for free-to-players. Yeah, because it's like standard banner heaven. Like when the Game Fest came out, you could just choose an SSR. You chose Gojo because he's cracked. Use it on Ichiji. Genius. But, yeah. Skill 1, good damage for a skill 1, and it inflicts Mechamaru stacks. That's what you want with this unit. His skill 3 inflicts a couple. Pardon me. Oh, pardon. And his skill 1 inflicts a couple, but his skill 3 extends the timer on them and inflicts another one. Like, okay, so you're not stamping Ichiji. Fake play. You don't even play the game, do you? Another stamp left. You're saying for the anniversary units. I don't really give a shit about them, if I'm honest. I think like green's pretty fine as it is anymore. Like except green Shoko. Green Shoko will be helpful. Use it on red Bara. That's a viable one. But basically, what you're trying to do with this unit is very cost heavy. Unfortunately, with this unit, it's really fucking awkward. Because he wants to spend cursed energy all the time. You want to be spamming your skill 3 and skill 2 constantly. More so skill 3, like a couple skill 3s and skill 2. But he can't afford it, right? Like you'll go like skill 3, skill 1, skill 2, right? And then you'll probably have your ult by that point, then you pop your ult. But that's not like mega optimal because you want him to have 10 stacks. So like, as it says here, right? You inflict counts and it goes up to 10. And for every count you have, his skills will do more damage, right? So, and his ult is like the biggest one for this. Like you can double the damage of his ult, like 100% more through these stacks, right? Which is insane. And also Kyoto Schools gives him more, including himself. Granted, I get you can have Blue Momo is decent. The game is really trying to push mono-type teams. But there are times, like a lot of the time, especially in Tower, where just use Blue Momo because she'll take one hit, she'll get low HP, and then she'll have evasion, and she'll be fine, right? Like, you can use her with this Mechamaru, and you'll get a bunch more damage as well. I wouldn't say use a Miwa, or a Toro, or a Mai, or anything like that. Don't pick one from each typing. You're not going for, like, it's not like Dokkan, where you can have, like, rainbows, like, typings and teams. Like, you can, the game, like, at the start was trying to push more so like teamings from different types. Like they want you to use green Yuji and red Todo, but you know, it's very much heading more towards mono-typing now. But you know, you could, as I said, I wouldn't suggest using green Momo. Use blue Momo with this guy, get more damage up. He does more damage during like when enemies are broken, just like yellow ultimate Mechamaru, which is good. Like overall with this unit, he's going to be doing good damage with his skill 3. Which is also an AoE on the last hit, which is nice. His skill 1 does numbers. Like, yeah, overall, these... It's hard to just describe how good these units are without showing you on screen. Because this isn't a video, right? I can't put gameplay on screen. But he can hit good numbers. He can AoE whenever he wants, so he can be good for sweep. He's doing good damage with skill 1, skill 3, and his ult can do a brick of damage too. Or it can't be used during Chimera, Shadow Guard, and MS and IV. That's pointless, right? Because if you're using Chimera Shadow Garden, like, why is Mechamaru there, first of all? Because they're completely different typings. MS is a single attack. It's not even, like, a full turn, so that makes no sense. Oh, wait, no, it's excluding these. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm dumb as fuck, because that's the right thing. I misread that, and I'm an idiot. Because the wiki's not always right, I'm dumb. But, so you can't use it during Mahito's domain. You can't use it during Hanami's domain, Jogo. Who else is there? I don't remember. I think that's it. There might be another domain I'm forgetting, but overall, like, it's exceedingly rare, right? The only time this will ever come into play will be during the formidable battles, and even then, it just means you can't use them during the enemy domain, which isn't a huge deal unless it's like Hanami and, you know, just pop your ult before she gets hers. I think you can do that now. Is the Hanami that's active now weak to green or weak to yellow? I think it's weak to yellow, so it's fine. But yeah, like, overall, like, from the numbers and looking at the passives and the skills, it's kind of hard to show how strong this guy is. But he is doing damage that is comparable to this guy, right? Would I put Gojo above him? Depends how you value him, right? Obviously, this Mechamaru has more longevity. He can ult, and there isn't like a timer on his ult like there is with Yuta or with domains and stuff. Like, he can just use his ult and then immediately start building it back up again, which is really nice. And it decreases ult count. Forgot to mention that, but it's really good. Decreasing ult counts is always really nice. But yeah, I'd say it can go either or. Depends on the stage. If it's multi-staged, if it's like multiple rounds, it's like a fucked up EX stage that's weak to green. This Mechamaru stomps. If it's not, this Gojo, because of how he works, because of how it's kind of like a binding vow, right? Like in the manga and in the anime, right? Where like Gojo's ult is super fucking strong, but the vow makes it so because of that he leaves after using it, which is like, it makes sense, but it's also a detriment to the unit, right? But it's fine. It's because the damage he does overall is filthy, right? You can nuke to shit with this man. The nuking meta evolves around this man. At least it did. Like, as soon as he released, Blue Gojo was forgotten to a lot of people. I don't agree with that. I think Blue Gojo still a go. I think I value Blue Gojo a little bit more. But still, you know, these two could flip around on a day. He is better than the Gojo, in my opinion, because he won't go away and he can ult multiple times, so the skills do also do... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It depends on how you value it. I would say he obviously works better with Green Momo, despite the percentage buff that Mechamaru will get. He can use a debuff, which won't take away the buff provided by SR Momo, which is nice. So you can stack hair buff twice, then ult. You can't do that with Mechamaru because he always has to hit, because all his skill 3s are attacks. There isn't a buff or debuff in there, right? Or a heal, because those are the 4 typings. But yeah, those are pretty comfortable right there for now, right? Who should we go for next? Let's get Yuki out of the way, because he's like the weakest of the ones that are left. True to ping on the stage, tell flaws you need to nuke fast. Tell Pepper Gojo, basically most of the things Mechamaru's better. Yeah. Like, say you see a stage, and you look at who's the clear formations people have used. If it's ended in 5 turns, it's Hollow Pebble Gojo. If it's ended in any less than that, it's Hollow Pebble Gojo. Any longer than 5 turns, they've used Mechamaru or Megumi or something, right? But that's usually how it goes. They are very comparable to each other, damage-wise. It's like Yuta and Toji. They are very interchangeable with each other, but most people prefer one over the other. In that case, I prefer Yuta over Toji. Some people prefer Toji over Yuta. Flaws below 60, floor above is Mecha. I would know, not a JP player, right, as I say. Dijo is as a DPS. Yuta is a nuking unit. Red Bara is a consistent DPS. I'll put Red Bara over Toji as I do. It's more available right now. I'd say now, maybe. I haven't SP'd it yet because it's annoying how finite SP resources are. I have to wait a week. Are you fucking serious? I like instantly got Jogo through the SP system, and then I have to wait like 2 weeks to put Nanami through. Yuta's consistent damage is completely ass. I don't agree. I'm fine with his skill 3. I like the debuff on his skill 2. And his ult is pretty nice. And his heal is great. True, but Toji is consistent too. I'm saying it's what you value more. I'll say I prefer Yuta because the healing's huge, right? But I'm not gonna fucking... I'm not gonna sit here and argue the viability of the two. Because we're on green. Look at the screen. It's all green. Fucking... as I said, let's go through SR Yuki at the more. Maybe here. Let me remember his kit. So I remember his buffs being not unique, but strange. I think his ult was a stun. You wanted to use his skill 2. Let me try to remember. Skill 1, kind of nice. Decreased Jujutsu damage for 3 turns. Ooh. Damage nullification. Ooh. Yeah, he's like a unique unit. A support, like a tank supportive, a defensive support, which is very rare. At least there isn't like any SSR ones like that. They mainly focus on doing more damage overall, or decreasing damage like Hanami, right? So something like this is very unique. Whether or not it's actually good is a completely different story, right? You know, like this is why you probably use him at all, right? Is this consistent damage and nuking are two different things. But I like his skill 3. I think it's just very CE heavy. But yeah, this, nice. 2 times. Fuck yeah, dude. Jujutsu damage received 3 turns. That's insane. That's not like the strongest thing ever, but that's pretty good. But this dude chews through cursed energy. Ichiji S tier, yeah, obviously. But yeah, this unit, not terrible. Would I put him above Momo? Would you get more value out of this guy than Blue Momo? I mean, no, Blue Momo, Red Miwa, Green Miwa. God damn, why does each unit have 4 different versions? Seriously. I could do a video about which Nanami is the best, but then in like 4 months, it's going to be outdated because now there's a 5th Nanami. It's like, dude! Fuck, dude. Gojo is not a DPS. He can do good DPS. Like, his skill 1 can hit like fat numbers post ult, which is like pretty good. He's obviously not built for strictly DPS. That's not his kit. But, you know, if you're a weirdo, you could use him as a DPS. I think the allegory I used in the red tier list was like using a hammer to juice a fruit. Because, like, technically you could do that, but it's, like, not the right way to go about it. You know what I mean? But anyway, you should be using that guy to facilitate more DPS for other red DPSs. But this guy's kit, I'll put him above Miwa. You will get more value out of him. But JP Red is Tojibara Yuta. Gojo's not doing more DPS than Nobara Toji. I'm not saying that, but you guys are arguing about it down there. But yeah, this Yuki, I fuck with him heavy. He might even be like bottom of A. He's like surprisingly decent. His skill 1, you can get a decent amount of value out of. Because like decreasing attack by 20% is like a skill 1. It's pretty good. It's like, it's something, because he chews through cursed energy so quickly. Pardon me, you're going to be like using it a lot, and as a result, because you're using it a lot, you are going to be consistently lowering enemies' damage. I would use him on a team though, with like 1 DPS 3 support. So like, say you have ult with Mechamaru, use like then, you know, other supporters as well as him. Like, he's in the 3rd slot, just as like a consistent debuffer, and then buffing your defense and stuff, right? His skill 2 is the best out of all of them. His skill 2 is strong. His skill 3 is strong too. Like, giving other people nullification can be pretty nice. But he is a very niche unit overall, right? He is pretty niche. D1 Yuta Glazer, switch to Bara as a red DPS because she is more consistent for damage. But, anyway, who should we go for next? Let's go Gaku Ganji. Just get all the SRs out of the way. I'll put him there. I'll put him there. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say Gaku Ganji is filthy. I fuck with Gaku Ganji. He is one of the stronger SRs. I mean, he had a banner to himself. Let's be real. You know, his biggest issue, without a doubt, is obviously chewing through cursed energy so much, because you want to be using his skill 3 on like his first state and his like non-alternative state and his like first stance, right? You're going to be spamming his skill 3 because, you know, this is pretty nice. 40% stacks 3-4 times. That's sick. That's really fucking good. But as a result, he is going to be, you know, I can see people, is someone spamming emotes in the bottom right? I don't know what the fuck that is. But he's going to be chewing through cursed energy, so you need to use, like, I think it's Imaginary Youth to just give him more. Just give him, you know, he needs cursed energy more than anything else. Give him Imaginary Youth and, like, just cursed energy, and he can debuff to shit. He is, one of the stronger SRs in the game. It's like, he is obviously below Yaga. I'd put him in, like, a similar realm to Nanami, but he isn't going to be doing an excessive amount of damage. This, though, is pretty nice. Right? This is pretty nice. Like, oh, you can decrease his ult gauge. Who gives a fuck? You want to be decreasing his damage by 50%. Think about that. 2 turns of 50% decreased damage. Do you know how filthy that is? Fuck me, dude. Why are you guys still arguing about Red Nobara? Who gives a fuck? We're gonna get a Kusakabe unit. Who cares, bro? We're gonna get Dagon. I wonder what fucking we're gonna. Someone left a comment. I can't remember who it was. It might be in stream as well. That they're like excited for like Shibuya, Yuji, and Sukuna and stuff. And I'm like, brother, we still need like Kusakabe, Naobito, Chozo, Dagon. Like, there's a bunch of units we still need. And if they make Kusakabe and SR, I'm gonna fucking kill someone in Minecraft or whatever. I just want Red Bara. She's the only standard unit I'm missing. Don't worry, you will pull 10 of her. It will happen. The longer a unit is in the standard banner, the more you will become sick of seeing them. It's just the way it goes. Because Mei will come out, and you'll want Mei next, and you'll pull 10 red Nobaras after you've already got a grade 5. It's what happens. What's my predictions for the anniversary? I'd want a Kusakabe unit. I didn't want another Gojo unit for the 1.5 anniversary. But they'll probably come out with something that people want. What people want? Maybe Mahito? No. He's a fan favourite. I had a horrible idea in my head there, where I was thinking, what if they did, I've got the panel. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think you can see my screen fully right now. You can't, so I'll just pull up this manga panel because of, well, this coloured page, sorry. Because I've made a bunch of videos on my main channel about, like, you know, JJK's manga and stuff. But there's this one coloured page. I can't find it, but I'll pull it up here instead. Just make sure I'm not. You know, I was like, oh, what if it's like the Gojo and Ghetto in suits? There's like a manga figure of it, I guess. Sure. I was like, oh, what if that's what they do for the anniversary? Another Gojo, because I could fucking see that. And I'm surprised they haven't done that for young Gojo. Like, neither of the young Gojos, and given him a skin. Like, we're still missing, like, what if that's what they do? They come up with, like, another Team Ghetto, and then at the same time they finally come up with, like, a second skin. And second of all, why are the skins, like, 20 quid a pop? Like, they're expensive-ass skins, and you get 100 stat, which is, like, they just get a straight-up buff for using the skins, which I think is bad. It shouldn't incentivize. You pay more, and it's literally just easier. We are talking about not JP. That is true. This is on a global basis. Second anniversary is not going to be for a while. You want Sukuna or Maho? I don't want fucking Maho. Global currently has all the same buffs as JP. So it's the same argument. Either way, I just want Kusakabe. I want Naobito. I want Choso. Give us an Iso and Kechizu, bro. There's not enough cursed spirits or, like, fucking villains in the game, in my opinion. We're getting too many Gojos. I just want them to come out with, like, a bunch of more SRs that, like, aren't good, but they're just there. Like, give me an Iso and Kechizu unit. Give me a fucking Finger Bearer. Give me, like, the fucking Roppongi curse, brother. I don't want to pull 10 more rare Makis. Like, just give me, like, fodder units, like, just more fodder to chew through. Give me fucking, like, who else is there? I don't need Maho. I don't need Fuga. I don't need Instant Spirit Body. I've just started killing Mahito. First try. Just give me fucking, like, I don't want another Shoko. Give me an SSR Gaku Ganji. Give me don't give me Haruta, actually. If you're going to make a Haruta, make him free to play. Like, they should make a Haruta. Here's what I've said before. I had, like, a long, like, I was texting about it with Giku a while back. I don't talk to him that much. He just started texting a while back. But just talking about how free-to-play the game is. And he was like, it's pretty free-to-play friendly. And I'm like, I don't like how free-to-play is done in the game. I think it should be done more like Dokkan, right? Dokkan's been around for so long, it still has a lot of issues, but it does a lot of things right. Like, its pity system isn't the best, but there's still good things to it, right? I think, personally, every so often we should just get a free unit, the same way they did with JJK Zero Maki. Just give us a free-to-play unit that is half decent, right? Just give me, you know, a new SR, what's he called? The fucking... Give me an SR Haruta. Give me a fucking... I forgot the name of the guy. The dude who wanted to turn Gaku Ganji into a wallet and Gojo into, like, a coat rack. Or whatever the fuck. That guy. I forgot his name. He's mentioned later on in the manga in the Perfect Prep arc. But that guy. Give me fucking... I don't know. Like, just give us more fodder that isn't exactly just rare. Give us fucking Awasaka, the inverse guy, and old lady Ogawa. Give us the fucking grandson that Ino fought as like a rare or some shit. Just give us these more free-to-play units so there's just more to go through. Like, it's... This game is surprisingly popular, but despite that fact, we have like, what, 4 villains? Sukuna, Mahito, Hanami, Jogo. That's it, pretty much. Like, that is it. Give us the Locust Curse Spirit, Coat Rat Guy, Haruta. Give us, like... We've got Miguel and Ghetto, sure. Give us LaRue. You remember LaRue with the love hearts on his nipples? LaRue's the goat if you read the manga. Give us fucking, you know... Give us everyone else. It's stupid. When are Yuji school friends coming, bro? They should give us characters from the light novels. 'Cause I've made videos about the light novels on my main channel, right? But when I started making them, this is an interesting, like, Phantom Parade niche little thing. So, for some reason, the JJK light novels are pretty cool, right? But there's things in them that obviously aren't drawn because they're only words, right? Okay? They're only words. But for some reason, some of them depict things from the light novels, like this. This specific scene, where it's like Gojo and Nanami like drinking like a drink, like having a drink in a bar. That's from one of the light novels. It's from the second story of the first light novel, where like Nanami and Gojo go on a mission together, right? That's why he's dressed that way, like because Gojo's dressed differently for that mission. But just give me more stuff like that. Give me fodder from the light novels, bro. Give me fucking anything. Like, give me literally anything, bro, please. I'm sick of just another Gojo, another Shoko. Why is there 3 fucking Shokos? There's 3 Pandas, 5 Nanamis now, 5 Gojos, 5 Yujis. Like, dog, what the fuck? And there's like 3 Miwas. Like, there are more characters in the series. Seriously, dude. Anyway, that was just a hell of a tangent. I was talking about Gaku Ganji. He's goated. His ult's great. Whatever the fuck. 5 Inumakis, bro. 5. He's got an SSR. Wait, no, 5? Oh, yeah, no, yes, it's rare. Rare. SSR's JJK 0. He has blue, yellow, red. Oh, that's the anniversary unit. We're getting green SSR Inumaki, boys. We've cracked the fucking code. Why do we have 2 Junpeis? What the fuck? And why is the yellow one, why is the SSR one surprisingly cracked now? He's surprisingly decent. But why do we have 2? Why do we have 5 Nobaras? No, we have more than 5. Why do we... We have 6. We have 6 Nobaras. Why? There's more Nobaras than Yujis. Right? Okay, hold on. Let me do the math. 1 rare. Red. No, there's 5. SSR Junpei's mom. Give me SSR Sukuna's fucking finger. Most people don't want to spend money to pity units like those. I know, but what I'm saying is, they made a full banner for SR Gaku Ganji. Bro, just do that. Throw out a shitty rant. Instead of these bait banners like the Teen Joe and Yaga one that's out right now. Don't summon on that, by the way. Fucking give us, like, just a random banner filled with a bunch of new SRs that aren't necessarily good, but just give me, like, I don't know, who's a random one? Give me, like, SR Ichiji. Give me a second Ichiji, but make him half decent. Give me motherfucking Utahime. Give me an SR Utahime. Or an SSR Utahime. Just, like, give me more units. There are other characters in the game. Give me a hidden inventory Meme. Give me hidden inventory Utahime. Don't give me more of the same, right? Because, like, brother, why? It's fucking dumb. I'm surprised they gave us a Miguel, if I'm completely honest, because he's like a random pick. But anyway. Ult gets stabbed. Haruta couldn't kill him. No man could kill him. He's the one Gojo trusts the most. We know this. We need more banners with new SR units. It's true. It's very true. But we're going on a tangent here. You fucking know it, bro. He's like... I'm just going to put him there. Because he is filthy. We know this. I'd put him above the Yuji because you get more value from him. He is an incredibly self-sufficient unit. Team Ghetto, I made a video about just him a while back. He fought Sukuna. Someone actually power scaled his feet from the fight in the manga, like the last battle with Sukuna. And he does a feat where he puts a barrier up, and it's like surprisingly fucking cracked. He is Ichiji is quote unquote the person Gojo trusts the most, but that's for manga readers. No spoilers here. We're talking about the game. So he gets 20 cursed energy every turn. He what the fuck is that? His skill 2, his best skill, only takes 15, so he will always constantly be getting cursed energy. His ult gives him more cursed energy, and it does great damage for a support. Like, I view him the same way I view SR Nanami, where it's like, he's not a DPS, but he'll pull out some DPS damage from time to time. Like, when you ult with them, you'll be like, that's pretty fucking nice. Like, he'll hit numbers you didn't expect him to. Like, if you use his, I think it was a free-to-play memory that came with him, with one of the what you call it? With, like, one of the hidden inventory banners and events. Book 25 reference. Yes. I go by chapters, because I'm fucking cool. Gacha limited. No, not you. Waiting to be added. I think it was strictly free to play. Was it login bonus? I think it was an event limited. Yes. It was... Where are you? Am I blind? Am I dumb? The one where it was like... No, it would have been a map event. Oh, no, it would have been a fucking... No, there it is. This is the one. This is a free-to-play memory. So it's really annoying when you get, like, there's a really good free-to-play one, but it's, like, temporary. But, yeah. It buffs both stats by 45%, and for hybrid damage, that's pretty good. And if you have more 50 cursed energy, which this Ghetto will, it does 20% more. Really strong for him specifically, because, as I said, because of his kit, he will constantly, and I mean constantly, be giving himself more cursed energy, because 20 cursed energy per turn, right? 20 cursed energy per turn, and his best skill, his skill 2, only takes 15, so he will always be in the green. He'll always have a positive, like, income of cursed energy. And this debuff in of itself, look at that. He's going to be increasing damage by 40% every time he uses this. Jujutsu damage, right? So if you want to... you're obviously going to use this guy with... We should rank memories. Bro, I don't have that much time. Bro, it'll be tomorrow by the time I'm done. Fuck memories, dude. I'd have to yap less about each one. I can't do that. But it's mostly Jujutsu damage, but it's tied. How often will you update these tier lists? Because in like 3 weeks, when Gojo and Shoko are out, which I already know are going to be S, will you update this or do you want to review of both of them? I don't fucking know. I think, my videos, right, this is going to be a tangent. So there are 3 types of videos you can make, right, in regards to gacha games. That is strictly news-based, which is what units are coming out, like from you getting news updates from Twitter and Discords and leaks and stuff like that from magazines. News types, there is like actual gameplay, so summons, events, that kind of stuff. And there's the third type, which I do, which is like analysis and like edited videos, which take a little bit longer. If I'm doing edited fucking videos, I don't have fucking enough time to keep updating tier lists, because the tier lists themselves take fucking forever. Even if it's just like a quick video, like I may as well just make a full video about the unit at that point. Like there's not much reason for me to fucking there's not enough time in the day, because I have 3 channels that I'm trying to upload to, and it's a lot. Like this is the channel I like edit the least for, but just editing a video, even if it's like simpler editing, takes a fucking while. But anyway, if you don't think that Red Bar is the best red DPS in the game currently, I can only assume you're blinded by Yuta Toji being limited and Bar being standard. No, I'm not saying they're better DPS, I'm saying I get more value out of them, because Toji has more survivability, and Yuta gives the team more survivability overall. I'm not saying Red Bar is, like, I'm not saying she's not the best DPS. I don't have her fully SP'd, because, as I said, the resources take fucking forever. But, she could probably do more damage overall than Yuta. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying Yuta just gives you more overall. Because he can debuff with his skill too, and he can hit black flashes, and he can also just keep your team alive for so much longer. Fuck me, I'm sweating. But anyway, Nobara just doesn't do as much as them. They do more damage and have way more survivability. See, he gets it. Well, I don't know about the damage bit, but anyway. As I said, Team Ghetto, his skill 1 does a surprising amount of damage, his skill 2 does a surprising amount of damage, and the debuff on it is 40% each turn, and it stacks 3-4 times, which is filthy. Don't worry, brother, I'm not, like, shouting at you, I'm just complaining because editing videos takes a while. Hence why I'm doing this stream, because maybe people will see the thumbnail and they'll be like, oh, he's done the tier list on stream, I'll watch the stream so I don't have to edit a full fucking video of it, which would be nice. But anyway, it's good, it's Ghetto, sorry. Very strong. Yeah, his skill 3 also does a surprising amount of damage. It does more physical because, you know, it buffs physical more. His ult also does a brick of damage, but that's where most of his damage is going to be coming from, because I just look at that percentage. 900 Jujutsu, 900 Tai and 1,000 Jujutsu, like, frig me, filthy. Bara is better, and there's no argument. He also gives himself 10 more curse energy, and whenever he crits, his stats go up, which is good. I don't care if he agrees. Row, fight the power. Anyway, let's get into these fellas. Mahito... Mahito is unique. He isn't a unit you're gonna use strictly as a DPS. He is free to play, which is always nice, right? That's really cool. Bro, the view count just fucking fell off a bridge. Holy shit. That's fine. Cut some of these down a wee bit. There we go. So these parts of his auto skill don't really mean anything, right? It doesn't matter. Toji and Yuta is more valuable, but definitely not enough to put them over IMO. This is where it becomes more opinion based, but it doesn't matter at this point, right? But kids these days just yapping. Anyway, so the way his ult works, like, it's a decent percentage, right? But it's the second part that you care about more. It's this, the 15%, because this ult it's a very unique ultimate. There are no other ults that do strictly HP based percentages, right? And as a result, it allowed for this meta to form around him, Nanami, Inumaki, and Yuki, right? Where you feed everyone cursed energy, Nanami debuffs, Inumaki feeds ult, and then, you know, you pop domains one after another, and you just chip away and do, like, through 30, 40 turns, you get through flaws. But on certain flaws, yeah, it's just that he doesn't do enough damage overall to, like, warrant, you know, like, he can be fine. The ability to just make yourself pretty much invulnerable for a turn is nice. He can feed his ult really well. He does, you know, he can keep himself alive really well. It's just, you know, the other people who are just strictly green DPS do more. But he is good. Don't get me wrong. Like, say, for example, you don't have your green Yuji leveled up enough, but you got this guy straight away. He was the first one you got with Phantom medals, and you just threw a bunch of resources into him. He can get some good numbers. He can make himself invulnerable. This is kind of neat, but it's not that big of a deal because it doesn't deal that much damage. But he will always be, like, type effective with his skill 1, and since his ult is also like, just based on HP, he's technically also, you know, type effective there. Like, that's why the Nanami Mahito team was so effective, is because it worked against any colour. Like, it didn't matter, blue, red, green, whatever the fuck. It didn't matter because it was percentage based damage, not based off how much DPS you were doing against someone else's defense on a certain colour. It didn't matter, right? That's what made him so strong. But in, like, a random event nowadays, sure, you could try and, like, use that same team comp. Like, you could do the Hanami event right now. You wouldn't be able to beat the latest stages of it, probably. Like the SP battle stuff, you wouldn't be able to beat it because you can't overwrite Hanami's ult that easy unless you've got, like, fucking Domain Gojo on your team or some shit. But when you need this unit, he can carry you. There are certain flaws where if you don't have certain units, you cannot progress because there are certain gaps that can't be filled. Like, say you don't have Blue Maki, who just released right now. There was a big struggle on certain stages because there are blue type enemies that only take sufficient damage from, like, blue physical damage. And there are flaws like that, right? Where, like, you can only do, like, green physical damage or green jujutsu damage. And if you don't have units that can do good versions of those damage, or just, like, any unit, really, if you don't have, you know, as I say, the blue physical damage dealer or the yellow physical damage dealer, like, you don't have Zonji or Nanami or something like that, you can use them on a team with Hanami and Yuki and Inumaki, and you can kind of brute force your way through flaws, which is fun. I won't lie, it's very fun and gimmicky to use that team to kind of, like, keep on your toes and try and survive. But is this like a normal DPS? No. But he is, like, a globally decent unit. Okay, let's just agree to disagree at this point, fellas. You clearly aren't gonna fucking just... Your opinions aren't gonna change in this Nobara Yuta Toji war. Your opinions aren't gonna change, and that's okay. You know, that's fine. But whatever. I'll leave him there for now, because Gaku Ganji you can use on, like, any green floor. Like, and he will do shit, but... The fact that he makes himself invulnerable is pretty nice. And, you know, since he is a free-to-play unit, you can use his skill 2 a bunch. But, yeah. Green Maki. I'm just putting her there. That's not her placement. I'm just putting her there while I pull the stuff up. Because when I initially saw her kit, I was under the assumption, I was like, oh, she's like a support, right? Because I saw, like, these things, and I was like, oh, she's clearly supposed to be a support. Not necessarily. Like, she's not, like, you know... She's not supposed to be a support. It's kind of... She can hit pretty decent damage. You know, 7% damage reduction, increase to stat. Pretty nice. At the start of battle, the less enemies. Like, she's clearly supposed to be, like, used against a boss. It's not a mindset, it's just numbers. Yuta can... Let's just fight forever. Let's just fight somewhere empty, Vegeta. Anyway... When crits performed, which she will crit because her skill 3 increases her crit rate by 100%. And is it this one? Nah, it's that one. That's on a fucking thing. So usually how it goes is you'll pop her skill 3, then like her skill 1 or her skill 2 afterwards. Because this one's on a timer. But, you know. She's someone who relies on crits more than anything else. Because she's kind of like a Black Flash unit that can't Black Flash. But the debuffs she gives from hitting crits are pretty decent. Like, 15% with 210's decent, 31%. But ironically enough, you're going to be using her as a DPS more than a debuffer, which is pretty cool. But I haven't used her, I won't lie, I haven't used her an absolute fuck ton, but when I have used her, she's been decent, right? You will use her alongside, like, Ghetto and, you know, Gaku Ganji. But here's one thing I haven't said in this stream, but I said it in the other tier list and a couple other videos, is that personally, I prefer buffs over debuffs, because green especially, for some fucking reason, there's like this one boss that's like a green gorilla spirit, and it's debuff resistant. And as a result, it like, you know, it makes Gaku Ganji, Teen Ghetto, and this Maki significantly weaker. He does show up quite a few times on the fucking, you know, on the tower, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. I'd say you will use her more than Mahito. You get more value. She can fit on a green team more easily than Mahito. I'd say Gaku Ganji is going to be used more than her, but she is still like a good DPS. She does debuff. I like her, but, you know, we've just got Panda, right? I think we just got Panda. Oh, we've got fucking Rare. We can't go without Rare Rindo, and then we go through these guys' kids. We got to go through Rare Rindo, guys. She's like the best character in the game. What the fuck, dude? Rare Rindo, that's like, you know, like that's the best unit in the game. Okay, she does hybrid damage, provocation. That's actually pretty tight. That's better than fucking SSR Miwa. Provocation, 15 cursed energy, guaranteed provocation, and 60% damage reduction. Not one time, for a turn. That's actually good. That's actually really good. Increased taijutsu, but it costs HP. Ah, yes, the fucking Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken method of balancing a unit. You're not going to be using her as DPS, so you're never going to use this skill, right? But deals hybrid damage, increases her own damage. Look at that for an ult. Look at those numbers, dude. You are not using this unit as a DPS. She's clearly a defender. That's the role given, and it's one of the few times where the unit identification is right. Don't forget, the game calls Hollow Pebble Gojo a debuffer and not an attacker. This game can be stupid, but for once, they got it right. She is, in fact, a defender. That skill, too, is surprisingly cracked. She's good for score challenges if you want someone to die fast. I prefer debuffs, but TBH, you can use anything to clear pretty much anything in the content if you have the right strategy. I mean, in global right now, there's nothing too ridiculous in the game at the moment to warrant, like, you know, like super specific niche teams. Like, with more units that are coming out, like you can beat most content in the game. But anyway, I think the tanking as a meta isn't a global thing at the moment. There's nothing that requires you to tank all that much. But 15 cursed energy, she seems like, you know, that's a great way to like say it. She's a great sacrificial lamb. Like if you want someone to die, or if you want someone to kind of, do you want someone to be like a memory bait? You want to use a memory and then immediately have them die, and then get them switched out for like Yuki or Inumaki or some shit. She seems relatively valuable for a rare. I'd place more value on her than Miwa, to be honest. In next week, they're adding in the 20 floors next week. That's crazy. I'll put rare fucking Rindo there. Fuck Miwa, bro. This Miwa ass. Blue Miwa's better. SR red Miwa's better. This green Miwa, fucking ass. She requires too much and she just doesn't get enough out of it. But, yes. Get your Gigi off there. Yuji. Boom. Bum, bum, ba-dum. It's time for the gold. How did you get buffed again? I don't remember. So, I really don't remember. He has a resurrection status. Yep, I remember that. Green Saki SSR is really good for the next 20 floors. I heard that of Giku. He said that, yeah. I asked him about her because I don't have her. We will. They did it for Meme, so it should be next week. Okay, cool. But as I said, we still got these 3 units at the bottom that I will need. We can discuss these with chat because I will need help with these 3. But at the moment, I do have Panda, like, grade 5. I keep pulling that motherfucker. He was the first SR. It was like the last SSR from the base pool that I couldn't pull. It was him and SSR Inumaki. I pulled them last. But they very much got buffed. Did he get SP'd? I don't think he got SP'd. No, he didn't. He just got flat buffed, which is nice. Wait, Panda Core. Decrease all damage. Gorilla Mode. Increase. If ultimate skills failed, increase Taijutsu. Ooh, just does damage. Yeah, I have her, so I'm really happy. Yeah, SSR Psyche is really good. Psyche. Me too. I wanted my first stamp on this go because I had no good greens other than him. You used a fucking stamp on this fella? Fair enough. Cost 15 cursed energy. Boom. The beating drum. Hell yeah. I remember when I first looked at this unit, this is why I wanted him. Because that fucking... that Rindo from before, but it's just a worse version of that, actually. What the fuck? Except the gorilla version is better, but damn. SR Rindo's is just... It's very similar. But his attracts all, which is kind of nice. And he reduces damage by 50%. You wouldn't take it back? Fair enough. He is a unit, even though I pulled him last, I haven't invested a fuck ton into him. I've used Red Panda more, and Red Panda... Like, the Panda units are, like, very much slept on, in my opinion. I think they're very underground, from what I recall. But... where would I put him? I don't know. I don't know if I've used him enough to, like, place him accurately. You can say as you go, and I'll take your word for it. But I don't know where I personally would put him. Obviously, I guess, like, around here. If I'm taking your guys' word for it. He does have a resurrection status. He does tank very effectively. Bro. If I had to say there's one unit that's, like, my goat that I adore, and it's, like, not a meme. Who's my goat? Blue Camo is my goat. I think Blue Camo is incredibly slept on. If I want a unit that I think people would make fun of me for, I think Blue Camo is like a slept on fucking unit. That's my like equivalent for your Green Panda. Like he's my goat. I fuck with Blue Camo heavy. You look, he used him in a ton as a tanker, as a sub DPS back in the start of Global. Yeah, but with these buffs, I feel like he could do a good chunk more damage. I'd say you could probably use him as like a sub DPS more so than Mahito. And he has a resurrection status. And the provocation is nice. And it's only 15 cursed energy, which is also nice. I think it was 15 cursed energy. Yeah. Oh, no, it was 25. But still, decent. Yes, Blue Camo can be so fun. I think he's very much slept on. I think he's very much slept on. I think he's pretty tight. But Panda units are underrated for sure. Yeah. So overall, that's how I feel about the units I have got. Let's look at Green Nobara first. Because Green Nobara is the unit out of these I know the least. I assume she has to get nails like the rest of the Nobaras. Okay, yeah, it's coming back now. I remember looking at her kit and getting annoyed. Yeah, okay, it's coming back to me now. I remember looking at her kit and thinking to myself, that's not enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I remember when this unit came out now, and I looked at her on the wiki, because like the unit was about to come out, not fully out yet. So I looked at her on the wiki and was like, the debuffs she provides is not enough. You guys will have to speak for me on this and whether or not she does decent damage. Obviously, she's not red Nobara level. Obviously, she's the GOAT, guys. Come on now. Fuck you, am I right? But increased Jujutsu for 60%, 2 turns, 5 turns, but it's only 5%. Like, you're maxing out 20. She's a green debuffer, if I'm correct. She looks like it, but attacker role. She's an attacker, guys. No. Okay. But that ult percentage isn't as big as I want it to be. But auto skill, when she hits a black flash, but she has a 10% chance to hit black flash. 10%. I got Green Nobara from a paid SSR banner. She does alright damage. Like here. Like I don't like think about it from this point of view, right? I'd say Green Maki does better debuffs and more damage. Right? Like why would I use Nobara instead of Green Maki? Or Green Nanami for that matter, because he'll just do more damage and he'll break the enemies quicker, and his ult is like a good debuff now with the SP system. Because the SP system is statistically high too. Like, I think she's fine there. Yeah. Green Momo still provides decent value with like 60%. Green is by far the hardest hitting one. Green Nobara has a great ult and passive, but the rest of her kit is trash. Yeah, okay, so we're agreeing. Even over red SP buffed. Heresy! Red Nobara is the best unit in the game. How dare you speak ill of our glorious queen? I'm kidding. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that unit. I don't give a fuck. I hate that unit. I hate the fact that she's a gimmick that you have to use your skill 3 to do damage on. Fuck that shit. I actually don't care about her unit, bro. Her damage is very comparable to Hollow Purple / Muta. Okay, now you're just trolling. Shut up. I'm not fucking... I did not miss a unit that does Mechamaru damage. I would care more, right? Okay, let's go Megumi next, right? Let's go Megumi, because I know he is good. I know he is good. On stages where I like had to use Hollow Gojo and I looked at the clear formation, if they weren't using Hollow Purple, they were using this guy, because this was before Mechamaru came out. Red Bara Slanderer. Okay, so let me just look at his kit, because I haven't looked at it too in depth. Oh, fuck me, that's a lot. Okay, damage dealt by 100. Fuck me. When enemies in break. Okay, like Mechamaru type shit. Start a turn. If Divine Dogs are active. Decrease skill. Oh, that's nice. So he summons each dog with a skill too. 55% that'll do a follow-up with any skill. That's kind of cool. Except his ult. Target one random enemy. Okay. Additional range damage. He increases the damage. Oh, he's got a minor debuff too on his black dog. Okay. So lowers selected enemies damage. That's nice. Oh my god, there's a lot here, dude. Holy shit. You have all the Nobaras maxed out. One question. Why? Ichiji is right there. I know you have Ichiji maxed out. Why the fuck ain't you feeding him? He's hungry. He's in the corner. Feed him. He's the best unit in the game. Well, this is word salad. Fuck me. Ooh! Ignores darkness. Darkness is a bit of an annoyance. Even Yellow Nobara, she was like second best DPS on release, right? She was like undeniably good on release, right? I can understand someone feeding her resources. Like, you get her when the game came out, and as a result, you know, you start fucking like pushing shit into her. That sounds weird, but you get what I mean, right? Like, on release, on global, Yellow Nobara was pretty strong. But let me go through these one by one. Jesus Christ. So can he just summons black and white? Each of them has 20% of the character's HP. Enemies damage dealt. So they also spread out the damage he takes, so the dogs help him tank? That's kind of cracked. I really missed out on this guy, didn't I? I feel like he was released at like a really annoying time just before... or just after, like, the fucking hidden inventory shit or something. Like, he was released at a time when I'd spent all my shit. And check the enhanced unit. What? What? You should start saying about Ichiji in your videos and tell everyone that he's the best. Now, don't worry, guys. I've got a great idea for a video that no one will see coming. I got the main Megumi first multi, so I was fine during launch. I didn't fucking pull him, and it pissed me off. Because he was one of those units where, like, the game was new enough that some of my friends started playing as well, and they'd pull him on their first multi, and I was sat there like, fuck! Ah! I just couldn't pull him. But I can just tell from these percentages, he's pretty fucking cracked. Increases ult gauge amount. Charging around by 15%. That's decent. Oh, my TV trying to turn itself off. I have all the best Baras on global. Yo, so you've maxed out rare green Nobara? No, rare blue Nobara, sorry. Yellow Nobara is a good early game nuker, I guess. She is. She's a pretty decent unit. She's not great, but she can fill a space if you don't have, like, Teenjo or Zonji or something. She's sufficient, right? She's slept on now because she's not great, but she's good, right? But I can just tell from looking at all of these, this dude's pretty fucking cracked. Like, this dude's doing a lot. This unit is doing a lot. 5 cast energy. So he pops ult. He pops ult and then he tries to pop ult again real fast. Yeah. This unit seems like a lot. So I'm going to put him... I'll put him here for now. You guys can argue that he should be put higher, but just because I don't have the unit, I'm just going to leave him there for now, right? As I say. Like, looking at his percentages and him ignoring darkness and him debuffing, he seems really fucking cracked. But since I don't have him, I can't... This is, like, theoretical value, so to speak. Like, right now, like, I saw a bit of him when he released on JP ages ago, and he looked really cracked, but, like, I can't speak to my own experience. I can't be anecdotal about this. This is, like, theoretical exclusive at this point, right? But the last one we are talking about is Rindo. Even clear with rare Bara. You fucking psychopath. Okay, so on release, I know this character was ass. Pardon me, that was filthy. Holy shit. I'd say without SP... Okay, Jesus. 1 revival status increases for each attack received. Up to 150. Double the amount of damage. Jesus Christ. If one decreased damage received. Up to 40. If one character triggers revival status, she just makes herself invincible. Only... Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. Like, I was talking to it. What did he say? I'm gonna pull up my own stuff. So I'm gonna just scroll through what fucking Gaku told me before, because I asked him a while ago. What did he say? Let me just fucking find Rindo. Paper, there it is. Saki was ass before floor 60 and 80, and then she became a top 10 unit. That's what Gaku said. And I'll take his word for it, because I don't know much about the unit. So, like, floors 1 to 60, she's not great, and then, like, SP system comes out, she gets buffed to shit, and then she's great for the 20 floors after that. Let me have a look at this. Attracts to self. Okay, she gets provocation for 2 turns. Reduces damage by 10. And also from her auto skills and stuff, she's reducing her damage. I can see why she would be good. Like, you're not going to use... What's her skill 3? Fills her ult gauge. Oh, she has an AoE. That's fine, I guess. Like, she is a unit that it seems like... She will do good damage over time. But, yeah, she's very much reliant on the SP system. Yet again, I'll put her, like, here-ish. Because, as I said, at this moment in time, I don't have her, so I don't have her in the SP, and the flaws aren't out just yet, so the value you get from having her in your box at the moment is like, bruh. Are we back? Okay. Bruh. I think we're back. If I cut out there, my internet died again, right? My internet died again for a second there. Apologies. I'll go back to what I was saying before I think I was cut off. So... the value you have her, the value you have from owning her at this point in time is relatively low. right? So if you have Rindo right now, she's not going to be great. We are back. Okay, cool. Thank you for the heads up. But yeah, Rindo, I'll put her there since, yeah, again, it's the same thing as Megumi. It's pretty much theoretical. But from what Giku said and from you guys and from looking at her stats, she does seem like a very capable unit, and as a tank and the resurrection status, she just seems like a better Panda. You know what I mean? Because she just gives herself more and more damage reduction, and she's not focused on trying to do DPS. She does more damage when she's low on health, but that's not what you care about. You care more about her damage reduction and her she makes herself invulnerable when she does revive, which is pretty cracked. But yeah, that's it for now. That's it. We've been yapping for an hour and a half. And you wonder why it takes so long to get the yellow tier list out? Fuck me, dude. The recording for the yellow one was almost just as long. It was up there. And the only unit I was missing out of yellow... Here's how long ago the fucking yellow tier list was. I say it in the intro. Yellow Shoko's not out yet. Well, she is, and her banner's about to finish. But, yeah. She's the last yellow unit out of the game at the moment, which is good. I think the next unit will probably be green, actually. Holy shit. No, the next unit will be yellow. Yippee, can we stop talking about red Nobara because we're done? Yeah. Here's my yellow tier list for now. I'll put you there. Oh, there's my yellow tier list. Let's see if that moves any heads. I'll just put that up there for now. Put Ichiji in S tier. I'm doing God's work, just you wait. There you go. Just gonna... Shh. Don't tell nobody. But yeah. That's what I did with those. You can give me your thoughts on this and we can talk about that, but I think for now I'm pretty much done. I think I've said everything I want to say for now. If you have any huge fucking arguments with that tier list, Inumaki's dog shit. Rindo has provocation. Panda has provocation and it's very cheap. Mechamaru is way too resistant on break damage and the enemy to be broken. Toge is quite good. I can't see the value in him. Beautiful. This is the best and most amazing tier list ever made. True. For higher flaws, I guess... But it's like... I think yellow, for most of the units, have a pretty decent survivability. Like, Tinjo is good survivability. Degumi makes himself invincible with his ult, which is what you're going to be farming after, like, 2-3 turns. Because that's, like... And because of his auto skill. I'd put Shoko in A+. I'd put her in there as well. I'd put her above Yaga. I'd put her above Yaga. Just from looking at the numbers alone, to be honest. Because I prefer buffs to debuffs, and her stat increases are relative to Red Yaga, and his debuffs aren't, like, as big. Like, Yellow Yaga, I love you, fella, but his debuffs aren't, like, as cracked as Shoko's buffs. Where is it? Not that one. Boom, 30, so it's 45. She gives 65, I think. Like, she gives slightly more with the skill that you're going to be spamming. But, his ult... I'm not saying that I put him slightly above Yaga. I put her slightly above Yaga. And that's me saying that, and I don't even fucking own Shoko yet. Yellow overall is really strong. Yeah, I don't think there's, like, a category now. If we're going by, like, JP and units that I like completely out, like, if we say hypothetically, we have all these units on global, I don't think there's, like, a category that's significantly lagging behind. Like, Sukuna will always keep blue active, right? Green has 2 Gojos, and it now has a new Shoko. Red has a new Nanami that seems pretty cracked. Alongside the best supports in the game, who is Domain Gojo and Red Yaga, and Yuta and Toji and Meme. And, like, you have your pick of the litter for DPS. I'd say yellow is probably... Either yellow or green. No, probably yellow is the weakest overall. But with the next units... Okay, let's rank the categories then, right? So I'd say... I'll just make another one and I'll use a unit to represent each one. Hold up. You'll understand what I'm saying in a sec. So, We just reset. Fucking piss off. Ad block is awesome. So we'll say like the best unit of each category represents them. So we'll say Sukuna represents blue, Domain Gojo represents red, best unit in green. Just because, why not? We'll say Mechamaru for now. And for yellow, we'll say Zonji. Where are you? Alright, so right now, if we have all these characters, I'd say you, just because of Sukuna, let's say, someone say Yuta, god damn. Say, like, we're going strictly mono-type teams, right? If we're saying strictly mono-type teams, okay? I'd say blue is the strongest, because it has Sukuna, who is, like, by far the best DPS in the game. It has Jogo, who's, like, cracked after SP system. Megumi's fucking strong now. Gojo's strong now. Well, Gojo's always been strong. Ghetto is one of the best debuffers in the game. Blue Momo's one of the best buffers in the game. Blue Todo sucks dick. Blue Yuji is trash. But, you know, Blue Miwa, not great, but Blue Inumaki's good. Blue Maki's apparently decent. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? But, like, it's that the upper tiers of blue are so strong. Like, it's just cause of Sukuna, right? And I'd say red follows. Because Domain Gojo, best support in the game. Yaga, 2 Nanamis, which are both cracked. Yuta, that's for you alons. Toji, Red Panda's cracked. Red Inumaki's cracked. But Maki's trash. Todo's trash. Hanami's goated. Nobara's goated. This Yuji's pretty decent. This one's pretty decent. Blue is like so good, and if you can only use blue units, you can beat most things. Yeah, this is like if you're exclusive using them. I say these two are the closest. Like, these are very close. And then yellow, it depends how strong you think green Gojo is. But I'd say yellow is probably the weakest, just because, like, it relies too much on debuffing, and the buffers of yellow aren't that great. I'd say yellow doesn't have enough support for DPS. Like, it has Degumi, who is one of the best in the game, but it doesn't have, like, a Yaga equivalent besides Shoko. But with Yaga, you could also use, you know, Nanami instead. Because Yuki is a fun unit. You'd say it goes blue, red, yellow, green. I feel like these are the only two where people are going to argue whether you think green or yellow is better. And it just depends on how strongly you view each support. Like, I'd say green has more support, maybe? I guess? But it's like, it's very up in the air. They're both very debuff reliant. They're both very, like, well, granted, green Shoko and green Gojo at the same time. Nah. We're saying this hypothetically, like, we have all the units. This is JP. I'd say because of Shoko and Gojo at the same time. Like, think about, like, the optimal team for green right now. It would be, like, you know, green Shoko, green Gojo, fucking Team Ghetto, like, you got the whole hidden inventory team. Ooh, that was terrible. Fuck me. It's because it's hot. Swear down. And then maybe, like, Gaku Ganji, right? If we're going strictly green, which could technically be a hidden inventory team. You know, Yaga's pretty fucking up there. Gaku Ganji's pretty fucked. I would argue yellow over red, but with new Nanami, I can see your point. I just think red overall is, like, has the best debuffers and, like, the best supports in the game, hands down. Like, it has Domain Gojo and Yaga and Nanami. And, like, it just, there's no, and Mai, don't forget, Mai's pretty cracked too. It's just, yellow support isn't as good, in my opinion. It's exclusively debuffs, except for Shoko. Ichiji in the back. Oh shit, yeah, green back the top because of Ichiji. Yeah, with them on JP, green is better. Maybe better than red, if not for Teen Nanami. I can't speak too much on Teen Nanami, but I've seen him hit goofy numbers and, like, short, like, a couple clips that I have seen of him. I was curious about his ult, because, like, how would you ult a young Nanami? Like, how would his animation look? But whatever. That's how I view them at the moment. You know, blue, red, green, yellow. Look like fucking Power Rangers right now. As I said, though, I would have been fine with, like, instead of making a 5th Gojo, they made, like, a 5th category. Like they did with 7 Deadly Sins, where there's, like, a light and dark category. Like, make this Gojo a purple type. I would have been perfectly fine with that. Teen Nanami's broken, I might save for him instead of Shoko. There's no point in saving for Shoko now. You can't. The ban is active, and it's nearly done. It's more than halfway done. But, yeah. Right? So, I think this has been a pretty fucking... do I end it here? I think I might be best off ending it here. We've been very, very much active, haven't we, lads? Oh. Teen Shoko. Green. Green's fucking strong. Oh, you mean Green Shoko. If they're gonna... Okay, this is one thing that does piss me off genuinely about this game, though. Like, and the gacha games as a whole. Like, if you're gonna release multiple units, just put them in the same fucking banner. Fuck me. Teen Nanami is good, but only for red units because it's Ollie buffs. Yeah, that is one thing that also annoys me about this game. It's really hard pushing for mono-type teams. But it's like, in this game, you're gonna have a mono-type team plus red Gojo. Like, you can have any... You can have, like, you know, any coloured DPS, but just put red Gojo in the front because his ult is that powerful. It's the same for green Shoko, same with yellow Shoko, same with green Ghetto, same with, you know, yellow Yaga, blue Inumaki, green Maki, green Megumi, yellow Yuki. Like, they're all type-based buffers and debuffers, and it's very annoying. It annoys me. Mono teams are the meta, so that isn't a problem. Yeah, but it's the meta that they're pushing for. I'd be more obliged and happy if they went for, like, types. Like if you... Like, imagine a, like, curse-based team. Like, Dagon might be a buffer. I'd be fine with that, right? Or plus Red Yaga, like, monotyping is being pushed, but I feel like that's not how they should do it. I agree. I think they should go, like, the Dokkan Battle route. Like, Dokkan Battle it pushed for mono at the start, but then it went types, and types is much more fun. Because I want, like, a curse-based team, right? I want Kyoto School team. I want fucking, like, teacher team. Curse user team. There's not enough curse users in the game. There's only fucking 2. But I don't think they can do a type-based, like, meta yet because there's not enough units in the game, which is really annoying. It goes back to what I was yapping about before. There's not enough units for me to give a shit. Because, like, if I wasn't making videos and I wasn't just trying to, like, get more meta teams, right? Like, I wouldn't really summon for this fucking Shoko, because I don't really care for Shoko as a character, right? I don't give a shit. That's why I'd, like, only summon for Ino, right? But if they were releasing, like, SRs of characters that I gave, like, why don't they just release, with a new SSR, release a new SR in the same banner? Oh, there's a new Shoko. She releases alongside a new Ichiji, a new SR Ichiji. Oh, I want the Disaster Curses team. Exactly, dude. Like, oh my god, we're releasing a new Sukuna. It becomes with an SR Uraume. Or, like, something. Give me, like, fucking something, dude. Well, that's happening. The first 10 floors are, like, new 20 buffs a weekend, and then 10 floors debuffs a weekend. This game's fucking stupid, dude. This gacha game's fucking stupid. I caught up with P5X. I've beat all the palaces now and 100% at the palaces. Just got to go for the subway systems now. But yeah. I was wondering about making Persona videos, to be honest, because I'm a huge Persona fan. I've even got a Persona 5 tattoo on my body. A little bit of lore for you there. But, yeah. I want to build up a bit of an, like, I want to make more Phantom Parade videos for now and build a bit enough of a name on that. And then I might start making more videos on the channel. I don't fucking know. But there's more content in the game coming next week on the 16th when the maintenance is over anyway. This game sucks, but I will play it forever. Yeah, you would love Persona videos. Hey, you'd love all my videos. I mean, don't forget, brother. I have a couple channels. You know? If you go on my epic Joshin Between channel, sorry. Joshin. If you couldn't guess, my name's fucking Josh. I've got 2 more channels down there. This is my main one. If you like these videos, you know, I've got a bunch of JJK videos here. How about that? Wow. The JJK light novels. If you got 2 hours, you can watch that. Ad revenue. I cannot wait to get this fucking Phantom Parade channel monetized, because every penny I make will go straight into cubes, stones, crystals, whatever the fuck we're calling them now. You've seen them before, so don't worry. Watch them again. Fuck you. Ad revenue. Dude, I would watch Persona vids. I don't know what I would say about them, though, because the weird thing about P5X to me is that it is a Persona game at heart, but, like, the gacha elements to it, kind of, it's weird. Like I don't know what the fuck I would make a video about, specifically. Should you summon for this new unit? No. Just fucking sucks. You've already got Ryuji. Why would you need another lightning unit? No, don't summon for them. Like, the new banners that just came out, I wouldn't summon for them. Morgana's a cracked fucking support, so you don't need another support. right? You can make your guy a support if you really want to, with like Principality or Sarasvati, like whatever. Just pull for fucking Joker now. Here's what. Okay, this isn't. This obviously I might make a video on this in the fucking future, right? But right now, obviously, since I've only got like what 8 videos out, if that, I got 9 videos out on this channel. Only 400 views, fellas. Did younger you make the profile picture for this one? No. I'll tell you a little bit of lore. So, my old YouTube channel, not my old, my main, Josh in Betweener, I used to stream on that a lot more. I got Joker's absolutely cracked. But one time I was streaming on my main channel and I had green hair at the time. Like I'm older than I look. Like I finished uni. I have a full-time job. I look older than I am. Just the plushes are cool. Shut the fuck up. But it's actually fan art someone drew of me when I was streaming, and I can't remember the username. Like I've gotten little bits of fan art before in the past, and I love it. I absolutely adore fan art. I've got a folder of like all the fan art people have kindly done for me. I absolutely love it, and I just made that. So it's the same with my other channel. I've got 3 channels. One's just about like niche horror stuff. This one's fan art because someone drew fan art of me of what I was like in Omori, and this one's just like someone drew of me on stream, which I really liked. And this one is my epic OC, Joshu Kabe. He's Kusakabe mixed with me, but he's got Naoya's hair because Naoya's the god. That one I paid for. That one wasn't fan art, but yeah. Kusakabe is my favorite character in the series. If you couldn't tell, he's my god. Me and him have went through the same struggles. We don't want to do shit, and we both stopped smoking. My god, fucking love Kusakabe. But yeah, bro. I know there's a little bit of law for you, but as I say, really, you don't say. Yeah, but in regard to the next video, I want to get the fucking yellow tier list out as soon as possible, but I don't know if that'll be the case because it seems like these 2 videos are the ones that do the best. So I might try and do like which Nanami is the best next before Teen Nanami comes out. Like the reason I like these videos, well specifically this one, is because it's like evergreen. Like because, you know, these Yujis won't change for a very long time. Like there's not going to be a new Yuji for a while. I should assume. I could see them doing an anniversary. You love my videos? Mwah. I love you, random citizen. But the reason this video probably does well is because of, you know, there's not going to be another Yuji for a while. At least there hasn't. So this is like evergreen, which is good. Is Nobara the best unit? She's fucking not. But this fell off immediately because Don't Make Gojo came out really quick. And that wouldn't work as a new video as well because there's 5 Gojos now. Seeing as the stream is going to end soon, I want to say you love all of my content. Do you now? Well, I have 3 channels, bucko. Feel free to go through all 3 of them. And if I don't get a comment on every single video, I know you've lied to my face. You've lied to me on stream. That is a signed, written contract right there. If you don't like and comment on all my videos, I'll find you. But thank you. But yeah, I think I might do like which Nanami is the best. So like SR red Nanami, blue, like JJK0 looking Nanami, yellow black flash, and green SP. But here's the annoying thing. Because of, you know, as I've said, I'm not a whale. It makes videos like that really fucking annoying. Because, say for example, right, I want to do which Todo is the best. I have to fucking put resources into all the Todos, and I don't want to do that because they're all ass. They're all dog shit units. So I don't want to fucking do that. But I have to. But because if I do that, it means I can't do the next video, which is like which Nanami is the best, because I've already fed all my fucking resources, which means I have to spend more money on the stupid like energy packs, and it's like, oh my god, dude. This game is very much money hungry. And I've spent money on the game. It's fucking annoying. But thank you, fellas, for watching my videos and the stream. It's very much appreciated. But yeah. As I say, I'm going to try and get the yellow tier list out. Yeah, that sounds horrible to spend your resources on bad units. Yeah, all my resources on bad dog shit units. It's fucking annoying. But as I say, you know, like, as a result, I got, like, rare red marquee to like level 90 and got S skills all to like I do this for all the units just because you get like cubes and shit. Why does my voice keep fucking breaking? I'm a grown-ass man. What do you call it? Like, I'll get all the units. Don't worry, I understood. Can't wait for Yellow List. I can. The fucking... It's such a long recording, dude. Like... And I have to get... Here's the annoying thing. Okay, so since I get all the footage from my phone, I have to screen record on my phone, then upload the footage to a Google Drive, and then download it from the Google Drive. It's such an annoying roundabout process, but it's the easiest way to do it because I don't want to plug my phone in and update iTunes. Ugh, why don't you just use BlueStacks? I've tried, and I have to go into my fucking OS and change things to do that. Oh my god. This game is... Gotcha games, man. That's why doing P5X might be like 10 times easier, because I could just screen record Steam, you know, and Steam is like... Like P5X is just on Steam. What am I kidding? When am I making the fucking Uma Musume videos like everyone else? Probably never, because I haven't played it, but I've watched it. Anyway, I'm just yapping at this point, right? So, as I'll say, thank you all for watching. For the dudes who showed up at the end, there's the green tier list. Ichiji at top, as always. Yeah. Take that as you will. A lot of these, like Green Megumi, Green Rindo, and Green Nobara, I don't own, so I was educated by chat and the wiki. The second you finish the yellow tier list, people will want the blue one. Exactly. I don't think... I'll probably end up having to cut this down or something. I'll have to cut down this yap sesh. And put footage on top of it. Oh! What a pain. What a pain, dude. But, yeah. As I say, I think I'm done for the night because it's 1 minute off midnight. But yeah, I think if the yellow tier list isn't next, I'll do a which Nanami is best video, because those videos will be good. And since red Nanami won't be on global for like 6 months or some shit, I think that'd be a fine video to do. And it'd be easy to get footage for them because I have all the Nanamis besides the green I haven't SP'd the green one, but every other like Nanami I've put good resources into, right? Which is good. How would I rate the Nanamis, actually? I'll just quickly do that. Just like, I'll do that haphazardly, and then I'll fucking end the stream. I'll do that quickly. Gojo on top. Sounds a bit gay, but okay. SR Nanami. Green Nanami. Yellow Nanami. Where's blue? Blue came out. Okay, so... probably that. Is blue Nanami good? He's not bad. It's just his position can be filled by like a good blue DPS. And Sukuna's on blue. You know what I mean? Like, he buffs himself pretty well. It's just... He does the thing that all SSR Nanamis do, where they just start off with a fuck ton of cursed energy. So you can do whatever skills you want, which is always good. But, like, he can Black Flash on each attack. You know? He increases his own damage, and it stacks really well. This is what you're going to be spamming the most, and it does have a decent chance to Black Flash, and increases his crit rate, which is nice. Guaranteed Black Flash. Is it not? No, it's not. Damn. His Black Flash one? Yeah. Just like all the other Nanamis, when he does Black Flash, he steamrolls, he snowballs, you know? He's just, like, weaker than... And he's got that as well, which is nice, because he is critting all the time. It's just... It really just boils down into... why would you use him instead of Kamo, Maki, Ino, even maybe Miguel? Jogo, who's free-to-play? Is Yellow Nanami at all comparable to Zonji? The way I would compare... How would I compare them? The way I would compare Yellow Nanami to Zonji is the same way I'd compare... What's a good comparison? Like, the two green Mechamarus, right? Like, one is significantly weaker, but they're doing very similar things. It's just to a much greater extent with the Mechamarus. Like, Nanami gets guaranteed Black Flash with his ult. At least one. He Black Flashes decently. He is better on floor 55, but that's really it. Yeah, he is kind of needed for floor 55. Him and Zonji together. I would not have beat that stage without him specifically. But, you know, he can do decent damage. I won't lie. If you don't have Zonji or Teen Joe, he can fill the spot. But, you know, it's like, his skill 3 is kind of nice, and you look at it, you think, ooh, it increases damage received by 20%. It only stacks once. it takes 35, and even though he starts with a brick, if you spam this, he'll run out really quickly. His ult guaranteed is a Black Flash is always nice, and it can do a decent amount of damage. It's just you need him a Black Flash to do good damage. But he does get this, which is pretty good. This is pretty good. And just like all the other Black Flash ones, once he Black Flashes once, he's going to snowball. All the Nanamis are like that. They have the same sort of... Similar to the series. You know, once you hit one, you're probably going to hit another. That's usually how it goes with Nanami units. And just with blue one, green one, it's the same sort of thing. His ult can be really good if you build around him. Yeah. Like, same with, like, you know, blue Nanami, green Nanami. If you build a team around them, they can do well. Like, because don't forget, he's on yellow, which means Degumi, Shoko, Yaga, Yuki. Like, good support units, right? So, yeah. I could do a video on that since I have all those Nanamis. But, yeah. It's just I don't have the SP green Nanami, but I could just yap about that. But, yeah. I think that's it for me. I think it's been a pretty successful stream. Yeah. I'll do what I usually do. I haven't streamed on this channel before, but I'll say my thank yous. Thank you, Maximilian, Stepfather's dog, Orion, you fucking rat, Jukand, who I can't pronounce that. Speedwagon. Alon showed up to talk about Yuda, of course he did. Bro Moment, thank you. Caleb, thank you. Caleb, thank you. Who else was there? You gotta say your thank yous. You gotta be thankful. Dash, thank you. Crypto Krios for fighting about Red Nobara, for fighting for your glorious queen. Thank you. Loba, thank you. Who else? Am I not missing anyone? I don't want to miss anyone. Who is that? Rick Frums, thank you. People arguing about Toji. Eterned, thank you. I probably missed some people towards the bottom. But thank you all very much for watching. I'm out this piece. I don't know when I'll stream on this channel again, but I'm out.